I know you've written an article, 5 Browns most to lose in this upcoming game against the Eagles. And we'll run through them and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So Ethan Posick, who is now the de facto starting center, does have experience starting with the Seahawks. Number 4, Jacob Phillips, a linebacker trying to stay on the field, trying to stay healthy, has been unable to do that his first 2 years. Demetric Felton, the injury to Jakeem Grant opens up some possibilities. Number 2, Chase Winovich, another guy that the Browns actually traded Mack Wilson for. And the number 1 guy, Anthony Schwartz, who caught some heat for a couple of drops, as he probably should have in that first game. When you think about that, Schwartz is a guy, reports are he caught a couple of deep balls today in the joint practice, so that's good to hear. He's a guy that, quite frankly, they need to come through. They need a deep guy that can stretch the field, and he is it.
They have to have it. They have to have at least 2 receivers not named DPJ or Amari Cooper step up. I mean, it has to happen. And Schwartz has been getting the lion's share of those reps, so he's going to be getting the opportunity to prove himself. But you can't have 2 in a row like he had last week. So he's got to put something together this week. And it's a good step. In the joint practices, I mean, that's a really competitive environment. You can get a lot of work done there that you're not going to, like, they're not letting cameras in or anything. But from all reports, there's been each side's had a couple of home run hits. And Schwartz needs to be one of those guys that can threaten the defense and take the top off, to take pressure off these other receivers.
Exactly. He doesn't have to do it, he doesn't have to have 70 catches. As long as he catches a couple where he gets behind the defense, so people have to be aware of where he is. Who else on that list kind of stands out for you? I know you wrote the article. Who are you thinking really want to see some things in week 2 from?
Jacob Phillips. I think he's got to be a candidate. The Browns would love nothing more than to pair him with JOK for the next 5-6 seasons. They want him to be that Mike. He's shown the ability, like late in his rookie year, he showed that sideline-to-sideline capability. He's tall, he's rangy. He's like the prototypical new age NFL linebacker. But his health has deterred him at every step. And now he's getting a healthy training camp. And his guy that he's competing with has been out with a groin injury. He's just now coming back himself, and Anthony Walker. But if he goes out there and he can just take the reins, don't make this a competition. Go out there and just take that spot. But they're not going to give it to him. He has to earn it. And that starts with Philadelphia.